Americans, for real. We need someone to run for. Hello, everyone. I'm just getting set up. Ooh, it's cold as hell. All right. Let me use my partially good bag. Turn that cold air off of me. Get myself set up. Wow, I don't feel like my back is being supported here. I don't. I just don't. I still don't. But we'll work with this. We'll work with this. Like, seriously? Hello, everyone. We really need someone to run for president. Biden falling asleep at the Maui events. Seriously? And I'm trying to figure out who's running for president. Who's running for president in 2024? Why you didn't hear it? Why? Who's running for president? Why isn't my mic working? Please connect to an audio device. Why am I not connected to an audio device? Trump fleeing to Russia. Right. I know. Asleep at the wheel. When Mama Cookie pulls up on the office looking for Don. Oh no. Oh no. Why is there no sound? Oh, that's why. No, she didn't.
Oh my gosh. Wait, who told you about that situation? Okay, first of all, Alicia told you. So okay. Is this her? No, this is not Dominique. This is I'm so sorry. No, this is not her. I apologize. This.
Okay, you pause.
Not gonna happen again. My apology. She got attitude. You tired up in here. You gotta sit down, please. Real nice. Put your earrings back on, please. My bad. Okay, so what are you doing here besides trying to throw hands? And what did Alicia tell you about that situation? Because it really was not that serious. Oh, it was nothing. Actually, I wanted to invite you over to the...
Who's running for president? Why? Seriously, why? Who? Why my sound device is not working? Is that on? That should not be on. Is airplane mode on? Because it should not be. Airplane mode should not be on. This is 100% charged. Go to speakers. Go to speakers. Sound output. Battery saver. Go to speakers. Connected. Okay. Alright, so if we're connected, I don't understand why I am having so much trouble. Maintain device security. Your device is missing important security updates. I'm restarting. I don't know why. I think this is a bunch of bullshit. But we'll restart you anyway. Please keep your computer on. I didn't ask for any of these updates on my other computer. 30% there, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, while this computer is going, they have pictures of Joe Biden falling asleep at the Maui fire. Of course he's going to fall asleep. Why are people surprised? The man is in his 80s and everybody else is really running the country for him. Hell, I'm 55 and I take naps. You need a damn nap. I know people in the 30s that are taking naps. Joe Biden and everybody else is so fucking old. We don't have anybody young running for office. You don't have anybody in their 50s or in their 60s that's running for office. Old ass Donald Trump. He's 76 or 78. The other old guy from Massachusetts, he's old. Cornel West is old. Everybody's old. Nobody young is running. I don't know, a young motherfucker. I can't think of anybody that's old, that's in their 60s or is running. Everybody's in their 80s, 70s, 80s that's running. Even a 70-year-old California guy, he ain't running. Speech recognition could not start. Okay, here we go. Okay, it brought up my favorite DoorDash, imported favorites, booking.com, Amazon.com, Netflix, Union County College. It brought up everything. It brought up regular stuff, import favorites. Okay, when it says import browser data, it looked like it brought up all my favorite stuff. Favorites. Browsing history and antivirus expired, renew, and then say okay, and then import. So it's importing all my favorite stuff, and then it says done. So they have all my favorite stuff from my history. YouTube. All right, let me close this. So you have all my favorite YouTube stuff. But what was I looking at? So I want to go up here and I want to look up, I want to go to news. And in news, the Georgia sheriff pleads guilty to groping TV Judge Hatchett. Judge Hatchett was fine when she was younger, but she did not age well. She still looks nice, but good Lord. And in news, I want to look up all of the candidates that are running. See, and my mic is still not on, and I don't know why this little airplane is here, but I want airplane mode off. So let me go in here. No notifications. I don't understand why this thing is coming up as airplane mode because I am not in airplane mode. Please connect to an audible device. No audible device available. Bluetooth. Bluetooth is turned off. Why? Why is my Bluetooth off? Devices, plant, other devices, keyboard, mouth, audio, wireless. Oh, shit. Hmm. Hmm. You know what? All right. I done messed around. All right, I'm gonna messed around and messed around and messed around. Let's get out of here. Okay. Okay, who's running for president?
Tonight, a look ahead to the presidential race. President Biden has yet to announce if he's running. On the Republican side, the list beginning to grow. Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley is hinting that she'll throw her hat in. The Secretary of State Mike Pompeo are among those rumored to be.
Okay, so on the Democrat side, foolishly, no one is running. Help us, help us. There's only sleepy Joe Biden. On the Republican side, Donald Trump. Don't make me regret this. On the Democrat side, there's a Republican on the Republican side, we have. I'm only going to read the ones that are potential of winning. Donald Trump, Craig Abbott, Asa Hutchinson. And they're all old. Now, realistically, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Don't nobody else have a hell's chance, beans and chance of winning. And here they are. Here they go. And then let me turn them. Don't mind my junk in the background. All right, so here these people are. Oh, stop. Stop. Fuck. I hit the thing. I'll take it out later.
Be thinking of running as well.
This could split the
plans to make a big announcement on February 15th. Haley may not be the only former Trump official in the list of possible Republican primary contenders, though. Former Vice President Mike.
All this will be cut out, so it'll just show the thing I'm trying to show. All of this extra stuff will be cut out when I do the editing. You won't see any of this. So here's the screen, if I'm showing it right. All of these extra people that are in here that are running, I'll show them for a few minutes. But really, it'll come down to this fool here. This fool here. He's going to be gone because he freaked people out. None of these other people, and maybe Asa Hutchinson, because they like to pick older men in their party. Now they got this dummy up here at 70%. He was down at 3%. Oh, that's why. All right. So I don't have my pointer, do I? Ah, there you are. Okay. Most of this stuff will be cut out. Okay, he's 70%. Okay. So they love to pick the older men in their party, the Republicans. So it's going to be Asa. Glenn Youngkin, they're not going to go for, but they might surprise you. Pence, no, they're not going to do Pence. Greg Abbott. And then Pompeo, they're definitely not going to do. So all of these other people in here, then they're not really going to consider because they like to go for the older men in their party. But they're not going to do Pence. But they will look at Greg Abbott. They will look at Asa Hutchins, even though he's really, really low. He's an older white man. the type of once they knock out Donald Trump. So them the three, and maybe again, I can't see them going for Glenn Youngkin. And they're not going to consider anybody else. Not even Mike Pompeo, even though he's older and got the white hair and the kind that they like. They like this type of look of man. They like this type of look of man. But he betrayed Pence betrayed Trump. So he's out the picture completely. And that's why Asa Hutchinson on the news channel the other day, he wouldn't say he was going to go against him. They're not going to go with him. He's 3%. Even though they're saying he's 70% in Massachusetts or Pennsylvania or wherever he's at, they're not, because he turned against Trump as well. And nobody else is going to be considered. They're not going to select a woman ever. So the women in the Republican Party need to stay in their place, which is under a man. So, all right, we need help because it's Joe Biden, this, or this. Come on, America, can't we do better than this old fart, that old fart, or Joe Biden? I mean, what the fuck? Can't we do better? Democrats or Republicans, why can't we do better? Why? We got to get out of the stranglehold of a white man with white hair. This is why our country is in the state that it's in right now.
Pence and former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo are among those rumored to be thinking of running as well.
This could split the anti-Trump vote, such as...
We got to get out of doing shit like this. We cannot keep doing this to ourselves. Like, y'all got to stop. It's like y'all never learned anything from the last time, because we constantly just want to keep voting against ourselves. And it's like we never learn that these people are playing us. It's like we never learned to stop doing it. We never learned to stop voting against ourselves. I'm looking for something specific. See if I can show it to us real quick. What the fuck? Did I play this? I didn't know I put this out. Oh, it says no views. I was about to say, I did not know I released that video, but I didn't. I was about to be so upset, honey. You don't even know. My damn show was about to be upset. I was about to say, now I didn't mean to release that damn video. I am out of control. And I can't find the damn video that I was looking for. Now these will circle back. Child, this damn video don't flip the thing. I can't even find the video that I was going to show you. Oh, God. I think I might have passed it already. Yeah, I think I passed it. Oh, yeah, I definitely passed it. It was about voting. And, damn it. Oh, yeah, I think I passed it. It was about voting. Damn. Oh, damn. Oh, was this it? I think this was it.
A report by Americans for Tax Fairness released shortly before the election found that just 465 American billionaires had spent the better part of $1 billion. 881 million.
This is
that
it.
was just by the end of September. By the time the election was actually done and all this stuff after it could have been well over $1 billion. That is 460.
Oops.
5 people. You could put that in a big room, a ballroom perhaps, and they spent enough to sway countless elections. And sway they did. You'll be shocked to find this out, but an Open Secrets analysis done shortly after the election found that 96% of the House races that had been called at that point were won by the candidate who spent.
Oh, Lord.
All right, folks, late last night, the Wall Street Journal dropped this story on their website, this exclusive story, saying that Paramount was pulling the deal, guys, come on, get the right graphic, okay? The Wall Street Journal article, okay, thank you. Paramount was pulling the auction of BET. And so what the article laid out, it mentioned that Tyler Perry, Byron Allen, Diddy, and others were bidding on the network. And that the sale of BT was not going to, frankly, help their balance sheet. Now, Paramount, based upon all available reports, they were looking to fetch some $3 billion for majority stake BET. Okay, that was idiotic. Okay, Control Room, pull the story up from the New York Times when BET was sold. Okay, now remember, y'all, Bob Johnson and Sheila Johnson, co-founders of BET. They make the announcement, the selling of BET. All right.
Gotta cut all that out. Because this is the story relevant to what I want to show you.
The most money. And by the way, the thing that was being requested, a report by Americans for Tax Fairness released shortly before the election found that just 465 American billionaires had spent the better part of $1 billion. 881 million. That was just by the end of September. By the time the election was actually done and all this stuff after it could have been well over $1 billion.
465 American billionaires. 465 American billionaires spent $881 million into the election by the end of September. Less than 500 people spent $881 million. I'm going to say it again before I hit play. A report by Americans for Tax Fairness. 465 American billionaires. Because sometimes when people are reading this stuff, and you don't have a chance to absorb what they're saying. That is 500 American people that are billionaires paid $881 million amongst themselves. That's how much they spent, right?
$1 billion. That is 465 people. You could put that in a big room, a ballroom perhaps, and they spent enough to sway countless elections. And sway they did. You'll be shocked to find this out, but an Open Secrets analysis done shortly after the election found that 96% of the House races that had been called at that point were won by the candidate who spent the most money. And by the way, the thing that was being requested was a dark money ban in primary elections. It wasn't even as all-encompassing as perhaps we might call for. It was just specifically...
I hate when people stop videos in between, but this is so important. At the bottom of the screen, DNC blocks vote on banning dark money in the primaries. See, and he talks really fast, and but because they have to get through what they're saying. But the Democratic National Convention blocks it. They stop the vote. They blocked the vote on banning. They blocked the vote on stopping dark money in the primaries. So what does that mean? There was a vote on the floor to get rid of the $881 million by the 500 billionaires. And that means if you are a candidate like AOC or Cory Bush or Booker, what's Booker's last name from Newark? Cory Booker or Hakeem Jeffries or well, I shouldn't Garcia, the guy that I was talking about with the immigration, Robert Garcia, Clive Davis. These people are people who are conservative. They are moderate Democrats, conservative Democrats, progressive Democrats. In order for them to run ads so that we know that they're running for re-election, Elizabeth Warren, independent Democrats, in order for us to see their ads on TV, they get money from the Democratic National Convention. That's where they get their fundings from. Because someone like me on the fixed income, I may give $7 one time to one candidate, but I can't give money to every single Democrat that's running. So they get money from the Democratic National Committee, and the Democratic National Committee gets money from those 465 billionaires that gives $881 million, and then they take the $881 million and they give it to everybody's campaign. But it's called dark money because then in exchange, when those billionaires who have companies, when they need something, you can't vote against them. You can't vote against their company. So that's why it's called dark money. Or sometimes they have to abstain from voting. They have to say, I'm present, but I'm not voting, so that the bill can go through. Okay, you guys understand that? And so it's not that the progressive or the Democrat wants to vote for them, but, and you'll hear people say, well, I only take grassroots monies. Grassroots monies is they only took $5 from somebody like me, but they never got into office. Like Nina Turner, she said, I only take grassroots money. And that's why she never got into office, because she never got any of the DNC money. Now you guys understand?
Can we not have these billionaires and mega corporations and lobbyists and maybe other countries, God only knows, choosing who the Democratic Party's candidates are? One would think you'd want to have control over your own party, but they decline to do that because they want the wealthy to be able to choose who they have.
Yeah. So, first of all, why are those 465 people spending so much money on politics? They must really care about the general welfare. They want to be so charitable to the rest of us. I'm sure they didn't ask for tax cuts where they would wind up getting a lot more money back than the one that they put into politics.
Hold on, Jake. I apologize for interrupting you. I don't want to Don Lemon you. Can you imagine just asking a reporter, why do you, the question you just asked, why do you think they spent the better part of $1 billion?
Yeah.
I would love to see them try to explain it.
Yeah. Like, but by the way, when I ran for Congress, I asked it all the time, and not a single reporter would ever print it. I would ask the politicians that were in the running in the race. I would ask the reporters. They never, under penalty of law, they were not going to print that question. Mm-hmm. Why do you think they're spending the money? Do you think it's for the general welfare? Do you think it's for charity? I mean, some of the corporations that spend money are, so there you got the individuals, then you got the companies. ExxonMobil. Do you think ExxonMobil is doing it for the general welfare? Because, they weren't feeling charitable that day. Only a lunatic would think that. I mean, literally, if you said, yes, I think ExxonMobil is doing it for charity because they love the American people so much, I would get you under clinical observation, right? And yet, that is that assumption that they write into every effing story. It's a mental, and I'm going to tell you why in a second. But so once you get past those 400 some odd people, then you've got the dark money super PACs. They spent $1.35 billion in this last midterm election. It's not even presidential midterm, okay? That's well over $1 billion. But that's just a part of it, right? When you put in all the super PACs, all the different outside forces, and the individuals, all of it together, in the last midterms, there was $17 billion in the election, spent on the election.
Right.
$17 billion, okay?
And so that's why we never get the person that we want in office, because we never see their ads. So we have to be smarter as voters. And I was trying to explain to my best friend who got mad at me and she hung up the phone on me when I said to her, you don't even know who to vote for because you don't know which corrupt. I don't want you to vote for the wrong corrupt person, because the people that are in office are corrupt, and I don't want you to vote for the wrong corrupt person. I vote. I said, no, you said that you don't vote. What do you mean you vote? You told me that you don't vote. Hello?
Hi, good afternoon. This is April from Nora Home Care. I'm calling regarding Golda Harris.
Yes.
Yes, we received a home health aid referral. Is this her?
Yes.
Yes, we received a home health aid referral for you from United Healthcare.
Yes, that was. Hold on one second. That was really fast. See, that was yesterday that he came.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he came yesterday and he said give it a few days. And I'm so glad to hear from you.
Yes, so,
Yeah. Oh my goodness. That is a bad space for that light. I'm gonna have to do this video over. That light is really bad. All right, Jank, take it away.
Why doesn't the media talk about the overwhelming, most obvious factor in politics? And guys, I say this all the time too. To be fair to the politicians, if like Sheldon Adelson, for example, 3 different times gave over $100 million to the Republicans. If someone gave you $100 million, would you do what they said?
Mm-hmm.
Probably, right? I'd be tempted to do it, right? I've turned down a lot of money in the past, and $100 million, that's a lot, right?
I've done a lot worse for a lot less.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody gave you $10,000, you'd be tempted to do it, right? Okay.
Wow.
So, of course, the politicians are just working for these donors.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why the press doesn't talk about something so obvious is because almost that entire $17 billion goes to the press.
Right. And
It goes directly into advertising.
Right.
Advertising in.
Right. And see, we are not paying those big fat 6-figure salaries. We don't pay their salaries. CNN, MSNBC, when you see these guys, even New Jersey Spotlight, New Jersey Now, when you see these guys, Fox News, when you see the commentators and they get these 6-figure salaries, the billionaires are paying them to sit there and give their opinions. It's the same thing like we're doing on YouTube. That's why I said when I made this channel, when I started this channel and I wanted to give my opinion, that's why I said, not just because I curse, but I want to give my opinion and I don't want to be censored about my opinion. And so when people have these channels, they are telling them what they can do, what they can say, and what topics they can talk about. Otherwise, they will not get sponsors. They will not be able to get paid. So that's why I'm never going to be sponsored on this channel, because I want to talk about what I want to talk about and I want to say what I want to say. So maybe, one day I could start another channel and do that. I'm sure I won't. But no, I want to say what I want to say on Sensible Conversations with Golda, and I want people to respond back and say what they want to say without being censored on my channel. On what I see going on in the world, and I want them to respond back about what they see going on in the world. So this is not a paid station, but he's exactly right. So when Fox had to pay out those billions of dollars because they're sitting there lying to people, yeah, that's exactly what happened. You got sued for billions of dollars. But even though I agree with what Ari Melber is saying and Rachel Maddow, they recently got curtailed a little bit. So they can still say what they're saying, but not like they used to say it, not like they used to do it. And that's why they got rid of everybody that you see now on the news. CNN, MSNBC, ABC, except for Gail. Gail made the cut because she's Oprah Winfrey's friend. And Oprah Winfrey is one of those rich people, is one of those 465 million people. She gets to say who gets to be a politician. So until we, the people, vote together locally, on the state level and on the national level, and then in the general elections, they're going to keep doing this. There's more of us than there are voting, than there are the 465 million. Until you people understand that, We can get our money for the people. We can get our money for the people. We can get these immigrants out of this country, and we can get our one-time reparation payment. Why are the politicians letting these immigrants in this country like this? Because those 465 million people are rich, and they're letting them in, and they don't care what we say. And this is why I keep saying there's going to be a civil war. It's got very little to do with MAGA. Let me let
media
finish up.
And most of all, in newspapers and television. Yep. And guess who never, ever, ever, ever criticizes money in politics? Newspapers and television. They've got 17 billion reasons not to. So mainstream media, including the New York Times, including CNN, and all these things that are beloved by establishment Democrats, are at the heart of corruption. They purposely avoid the largest
establishment
topic in politics.
and establishment Republicans.
The Democrats in this particular vote. So I used to think, look, you got to introduce bills first. You got to somehow have bills, amendments. You got to get money out of politics. I don't know that you should do unilateral disarmament before you've actually passed any bills prohibiting the other side from doing it as well. I no longer think that. Why? Because now it's gotten so comical that the dark money that the DNC wouldn't even vote on and is accepting is coming. A lot of it is coming from Republican donors.
See?
Why are Republican donors giving to the Democratic?
They work hand in hand.
Because they're saying you must use that against progressives and primaries. So the dark money now is used not to fight Republicans. It's coming from Republicans into the Democratic Party.
Right. To get rid of the progressives.
So
scenario,
oh, hell no. Of course I don't want him taking dark money. And that's exactly why they wouldn't even vote on it, because they're so deep.
And this is what I was telling you about AOC and Cory Bush and Booker, right? They're the progressives. And I always say to you, progressives are not perfect, but they're the closest thing. And Cornel West, they are the closest thing to helping us get the stuff that we need.
Deeply corrupt. I'll get to the reaction.
Nina Turner, right? And who was I saying was fighting to get water? And you dummies out there in California are trying to vote for Adam Schiff with your dumb asses. While Katie Porter is trying to get y'all water. She's a progressive.
Action from Bernie Sanders and others in a second. But Max.
So the ridiculous thing here is, in the same breath, the DNC then asks, why is there an enthusiasm gap on the left for Democratic candidates? And maybe it might have something to do with the fact that they stand up and say, we have to stop the corrosive influence of money in politics, and then throw open the doors for any billionaire who's bored to funnel money in. And what ends up happening is exactly what we've seen. They use that money to drown grassroots progressive candidates. They pick whichever establishment Democrat is cloned out of the DNC candidate program. And then that establishment corporate Dem loses a winnable race. These people expect us to believe that they're going to pass campaign finance reform in Congress. We can't even get campaign finance reform in the Democratic Party. So it's no surprise to me that the left is furious about this. And it's the only shame is no one at the DNC is listening.
Yeah. So
you say, oh, well, why did the progressive Democrats vote with the corporate and the moderate Democrats? Because if the progressive Democrats don't vote on certain bills with the progressive and the moderate, with the greedy ass corporate conservative Democrats, then they will cost the bills not to be passed. And that kind of defeats the purpose of them being a Democrat, because there's not enough progressive Democrats. So we don't need them to be in there to be spoilers and then let the Republicans win. Their hands are kind of tied, right? We need more progressives so they can outdo the moderate and the conservative Democrats. The purpose is not to have the AOCs and the Cori Bushes and for them to be in there to have the Democratic seat and to cause the Democrats to lose. We don't want them to have the seat to cause the Democrats to lose. That's insanity. We didn't vote them in to take the seat from the Republicans to then get in there and then be what Joe Manchin is being. That's insanity, right? Or to get them to say present, and then hold up the bills, right? We actually need them to help pass the bills. I mean, you know, so they damned if they do, they're damned if they don't. All right, this is full. My battery is full. But you know, we need them to have more people, more progressives, so that they can pass things that are helping the people and get rid of this craziness that's going on. You know, we got to get rid of the Nancy Pelosi's in our parties. We got to get rid of the Hakeem Jeffries in our parties, and that tall ass skinny bony lady that they put in there. You know, you got more of the bad Democrats in the party. You got more of the Joe Bidens in our party. You know? So, all right. I got to go and cut this video because I've stopped and I've started and bitched and back and forth and tore up my entire bed. And I got to cut this video. Oh my gosh. Cut this video down to what it's supposed to be. Jesus, what's going on here? I can't even close. Look how thick my fingers are. I can't even close my hands. Oh, this one I can close, but look how thick it is. I got so many things going on with my so many things going on. Mommy, help me. My bed is just like, it's like so much stuff over there on my bed. So much stuff. All right, how's that? How's that? That's the TV. Ooh, am I showing my passwords? No. So, all my stuff. Showing all my stuff. I should wrap my wrist back up. Give it some stability. The hell? Some stability. Let me wrap it up. Because it is hurting. I'll wrap it up for like an hour or so. Because then if I keep it wrapped up too long, it hurts me. Ooh, it hurts me so bad. Well, it should be fixed in no time. No time at all. Oh. Oh. No time at all, child. Instability. What is this sticky stuff on me? What did I touch? That was sticky. I don't like that. Just touching stuff. Next thing you know, my hand's sticky. That. Have a good day. Yeah. Have a good day. I'm gonna take me a nap. Once I get the sticky stuff off my fingers. Give me a good day. I can't wait to lose weight. No pun intended.